So, ladies and gentlemen, today is our topic cutting cake. On every occasion, in every situation, we are cutting cake. Here, we means Indians. We Indians are cutting cake on every situation. Whether it is marriage anniversary, whether it is marriage itself, or Mehdi ceremony, taking birth, it means of any child, inauguration of any shop, business, or anything else. On every situation, in short, we are cutting cake. And not only cutting cake, but wasting it. After cutting cake, we eat some portion of that cake. And after that, you know very well, we start playing with it. Just imagine with what we are playing. We are playing with edible things. We are playing with resources. The money is yours, I accept that. But resources is mine as well. Resources is about 140 crore Indians. We should not play with edibles. We should not waste them. Now the anniversary is not about 1 year. It's about sometimes 1 week as well, 1 month as well. And even some pets a puppy in the family, so they are celebrating the birthday of that puppy as well. And finally, the poor cake is being cut. Everybody is cutting cake, as I told you earlier. So, as far as I concerned, I think that this is the wastage of time, wastage of money, and wastage of resources. We must not do it. Now, let me switch to Tarun Gupta for taking his take. So, Tarun bhai, how far do you agree with me? Agree, disagree?
Sir,
Total depends on you.
firstly, sir, good evening.
Can you
from my
switch
end.
on your camera?
Okay, sir. So, is it visible, sir?
Completely visible.
Sir, this is the first time that I would not subscribe to your idea or the point which you have spoken about. So I would be contradicting my views are entirely contradicting for what you have said, and my perception and my perceived values are entirely different. So I can validate my point by giving some examples or giving some point. And so my point is for the same for the in contradiction to the today's topic is that which I want to list down is that these type of events create everlasting memories. So at times when you call your nearer and dearer ones to attend the any of the ceremony, you want an you are going to create an event or you are going to host an event, and for that event, it is very essential part that the memories are being created. And this cake cutting ceremony is a pivotal circumference through which whole of the ceremony rotates around it. Moreover, it is not only about sharing the sweets; it is about sharing about the memories. So these memories went in sweet in nature only when there is some kind of this ceremony is being perceived. Moreover, it is for making wishes. So when you call your nearer and dearer ones, so as a gesture of love, they make wishes for you. And when these wishes will be concluded at the time of cake ceremonies only. So accordingly, this is very important that cake ceremony should happen. However, it is true that there are some consequences or that the consequences that are negative in the impact, but that could be ring fence, they could be countered, but that does not mean that we eradicate or eliminate this cake cutting ceremony as a whole from our system. We should pursue it, but in some judicious manner. So this was my take from the today's topic, sir.
So let me switch to Vivek bhai. Although, yeah, your points are quite good, Tarun bhai. But yeah, let me switch to Vivek bhai and know what is he want to say about that. So Vivek bhai, what would you like to say about that?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, when I just try to analyze the cake cutting ceremony in context of the Indian ethos, then I just find that this cake cutting ceremony is basically a Greco and Roman practice. And here cake represent the social contribution and candle represent life. And actually the dividing and sharing of the cake among the people or the group is basically a sign of solidarity. Actually, it is that philosophy under which the process of cake ceremony goes. But when we try to discuss all the things in the context of Indian situation, it is basically contrary to our old tradition because cake contain eggs, and while cutting the cake we use knife, and these things are basically not well for auspicious occasions if we see the things in Indian context. In our own practice on the auspicious occasion, we basically take the blessings. We basically lit the diya. We take the blessings of the elder. We basically distribute food and clothes to the poor, and we basically feed the food to the invited guests and take well wishes for them. So these are basically our own practice. When you talk about the cake ceremony, actually the cake ceremony start with the process of cutting cakes. Thereafter, it turns into feeding several vegetables and several non-veg items. And in some situations, there is also provision for liquor. So it makes the situation too expensive, and that is not affordable for all. And that's my stance, sir. Yeah.
Actually, when you started, so I was thinking that you are in my support. But when you talk about the veg and non-veg, then I was in a confusion that what to say, whether you are in my support or in my opposition. After all, it was a nice conversation with you.